I'm sure they're all waiting for it as well. Multilingual always makes it literally the world over there. Prasad sir, presenting the film.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
I'm very happy and honored to release this film. And especially today, Bharat Ratna, our Sachinji, and this is a great emotional journey about this film. As you said, everyone thinks it's a great film. I'm extremely happy to release this film of our legend, Muttiah Muralitharan. Thank you.
Good luck, sir. No matter what, you may see the biggest names. When you see childhood heroes, everything becomes like this. Na? Everyone becomes, I had prepared so much and not being able to say anything. That's what happens. It happens with everyone. Yes. Pankaj sir, first of all, congratulations from UFO Films. You've coming off a great run. They call it a purple patch if you're a batsman or a bowler. Aapka bhi purple patch with Jailer, so congratulations there. Well done. It's all great. I'm so excited to come on stage these days because films are doing well. So this will be another one in your kitty. Just to how you got involved with this.
Just a little background first. UFO movies, we set up in 2005, about 17, 18 years now, with the sole idea that whatever is the movie, day date, it should be screened in the nooks and corners of India. Why just have a day date in the metros? Now today, taking this biopic, an inspiring movie, to maybe the nooks and the corners of all India on the day date, and maybe just one person, if he takes the inspiration from this biopic and tries to move in the footsteps of Murali sir, boss, this movie is a hit. Yes. And I'll be very happy that we were a part of taking this movie to the audiences. Nothing like it. And of course, thanks to Mr. Rangachari and Prasad sir, they put the money where their mouth is. Yes. I hope all the best for them also, so that they can produce another such inspiring biopic, yes. And we again all meet over here. Thank you, sirs, for promoting this movie. I really appreciate it a lot. This kind of awareness is a noble deed rather than a commercial deed. Thank you very much, sir.
It is also an incredible dream for a PR to have this kind of attendance also. Trust me, even if she wanted it, if she would not have known. So congratulations to Hema as well. She's very excited. Vishnu sir, just to be part of this film, like I said, the last 2 months has been good. But
Absolutely.
you always get a little scared. It's like the stock market. If it's going too up, you get a little scared.
Yeah. Anyways, I think more or less we have known Murali the cricketer, but I would love to know Murali the man through this film. And all the best, sir, to everybody involved in the film. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And since we've spoken of the man so much, for a photo of Murali sir, we'd like to call you on stage. Yes. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So, gentlemen, if you could all come in front, and Mahima as well, please, for a photo op. And then we'll ask the cast and crew to have a seat while we then move forward. Yes. Okay, slowly. So the way we'll do it is, because the photographers are left and right, so we'll all look to the left a little bit. Just a minute. Yes, so first we'll all look to the left. Yeah, first day, yes. Yes. Done? Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen. Yes. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now this is where the heart used to go duck, 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 duck first. So I'd like to call Murali sir on stage. Sanat sir will join us in 5 minutes. He's actually gone for a live telecast. So he'll come in 5 minutes. And we'd like to call the master. For all of us, he's just the greatest of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, Sachin sir and Murali sir on stage. Big round of applause. Photograph in a bit, yes.
First of all, thank you very much.
Sachin sir, how do you handle... So everyone narrate a story, I'll also narrate a story. Thanks to this hosting for 10, 11 years, over a period of time I've been meeting sir. Just every single time I get so excited when I see you. How do you handle all these people getting so excited from age of 5 to 75? How do you handle it even now?
It's a blessing. First of all, I'm here to wish my very, very dear friend Murli all the very best, because
Thank you.
this movie, this biopic, people need to know what happened in his life. I remember meeting him the first time in 1993.
93.
That sounds
93,
ages
yeah.
ago. Yeah. But, you know, we continue to be good friends. Coincidentally, I was in Sri Lanka just last month for UNICEF work. And I messaged Murli that I'm in your beautiful city. Where are you? He says, I'm in India. What are you doing in Sri Lanka? And that's how, you know, I'm here. He spoke to me for the first time about his biopic. And he said, would you be able to come for the event? Said, any time for you. ये इतना humble है, इतना simple है, in spite of achieving so much in life. It's impossible to refuse him. So
Thanks.
I said, I'm going to be there, and that's the only reason I'm here. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Murli sir, you've always had this smile on your face. You've always been a smiling assassin. You know, the poor fellow is smiling at you and the wicket is out. But generally speaking, you know, your rivalry was legendary, of course. So you had the two gentlemen in that time that were Brian Lara sir and Sachin sir, the two greatest of all time. But you were like that common factor in the middle for everyone. It's almost like, you know, the world was always against you, and you put on the TV at 9 o'clock in the morning for the test match, you're bowling. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're still bowling. Even if the rain has gone, you're bowling in the nets. So first, before I ask anything, how were you this machine who was able to bowl forever and ever and keep bowling all these overs? How?
Before, first of all,
Yes.
thank you very much because coming for me and supporting me, and also, you know, because I am also a fan of him, more than a colleague and a friend, and more the fan of him, because you know that what he has done in cricket, nobody could do, because it is impossible to generate even another 100 years. Nobody can come like him, because it's a fact. Because I'm not because of saying my friend, because it's a fact. Because when someone get 15 years a first class 100, it's impossible. In 16 years, 17 years, you're getting a test 100. It's also impossible. So you have shown the way of billions of people how to play cricket, how to be humble like him. And I've seen more cricketers. He's the most humble person in Indian cricket. Few words, and with the friends is enjoys, but few words with everyone. So I think he's the best forever, because another Sachin Tendulkar won't be born in this entire.
That's why they call him the
universe
master.
until my life finishes, right? So that for your questions, what you asking, I forgot
So
about
forget
it.
it. But the question was very simple.
Yeah.
You yourself, sir, are the greatest of all time from that side as well. You know, I have to say this. You know, we were always gunning for you when you were not playing against us. I hated you when you were playing against us. But otherwise, you just kept on and on. You were like a lone, like how Sachin sir at one time was probably one of the only people. You know, if he got out, we switched off the TV. I'm sure with a lot of Sri Lankans across the world as well, if you were bowling and, you know, if you had a bad day, they'd be really disappointed. You were carrying the shoulder, you know, the entire Sri Lankan team on your shoulders for so long. Just talk about that experience as well also, because in many ways you're very similar.
So two things. I know Sachin was carrying same way. It is harder because batsmen all have one chance. So one mistakes, you're finished. Bowler can do many mistakes, so I have a better chance of succeeding than him.
I'm still waiting for that juicy half volley. He has never bowled that to me.
So it was difficult, but thing is, you know, because to carrying the whole team, because the reason was Sri Lanka was not a great side when I started, because then only it slowly became because legends like Sanath and Sangha to Mayala to Arjuna Aravinda all came that when we were playing our era. So that's why I think at the time, bowling wise, because see, I took a lot of wickets because I'm bowling one side. Because somebody has to take wickets, right?
You're
Then
very modest, sir.
No, and Vas and me to bowl because didn't have much. In later stage only the bowlers came. So I had opportunities, a lot of opportunities. The pressure is high. So that pressure, because if you enjoy the game, you don't think about the end result. and you just want to just at the time, at the person who am I bowling to, on your day you might beat that person, but some days that person will beat. So you have to accept it. So I think I accepted and always didn't get upset getting wickets or not, because keep a smile, because I have to enjoy the game. So I will advise any cricketer, rather than thinking about performance, just go and enjoy. Be great for the God, because you are given the participation is more important than having succeed. So I think that's the way it is, because I lived in 18 years in 16 years in 10 to 12 years in hostel. So that was given me a thought that you have to be like, sharing and be happy every time, because there are a lot of problems you'll have, but still you have to be happy. So that's why that teach me to how to play cricket in the latter part of it.
So what do you think made Murali sir great? When they say that there's something that is always there, you played against the greatest of, all of the bowlers. What made him so special even while you were playing? Because I remember for a long time, Murali sir used to only bowl the incoming delivery. Eventually, later on, you developed the other bits, and we saw that just with that one ball also, he used to keep on at it. So what was so great about Murali sir as a bowler?
See, just now the way he answered that earlier question, that if an individual is not going to appreciate for what one is able to go out and do, how would the rest of the world appreciate? And that is what mental strength is all about. There are not going to be good times every time you go out. There are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be disappointments. But from those disappointments, how do you rise back, get on your feet and start competing? That makes you a real sportsman. And exactly that is what he possessed. He, like you said earlier, that he just loved bowling. But the whole world knew that he had a big turn. I mean, you make him bowl on a expressway, he is going to turn the ball. No matter how the surface is, Murali is going to turn the ball. And he did not rely only on that. Because just with that turn itself, he was a dangerous bowler. Because in our meetings, we would discuss hours on end, how to tackle him, what are the signals to pick, all those things. But he kept reinventing himself.
No, so the signals I want to ask you. You said in an interview how you used to read on the hand.
I'm still figuring out.
No, I will say.
No.
See, definitely, some players read. I know he read me very well, right? Not many people can do. But Lara had success, but he never read me also.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't know what mechanism he did, but he read me, and also few people I know Rahul Dravid is one of the greatest players.
Yes.
He never read me.
Really?
I knew that. So Sachin always, him and Sehwag and those players in Gambhir are like the players. Some players read, some players even sometimes they play on that. So it's definitely I am saying he read me. Few people read me, and even in my team, some people read and some people doesn't, because some are playing ways are different. Because legend like him, he watch from the seam of the ball, from the hand itself. Some people doesn't. They do the pitch.
Of the pitch.
Yes.
And that's where he was. Yes.
So when, like he said, that very few guys read him, but in that also he wanted to develop more things, and if I'm not mistaken, he developed Dusra in the late 90s.
Yes, much later.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the story that I heard through Harbhajan was, इसने दूसरा डालना तो बहुत पहले सीखा था, मगर वो नेट में प्रैक्टिस करे जा रहा था. So for 18 months, he continued practicing Dusra in the nets before he bowled the first ball in international cricket. And the reason for that was that he should not lose his original strength, the qualities that he possessed, while continuing to bowl well in Test cricket. In that, you continue also to develop new things, introduce new things, because you have to, like I said, you continue reinventing yourself. Like how bowler is reading batter's mind, batters are also trying to figure out what the bowler is trying to do. So the combination and to then plan this, execute, consistently outsmart batters is not easy. And that is what we experience all the time.
And a gentleman who probably didn't care about the pitch, the overcast conditions. He just had a bat in his hand and he used to go 6 balls, 4 sixes only. His name is Sanat Jayasuriya. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have him on stage? For the man who was famous, sir, for your forearms and your grip. We must have that story also. Did you work specially on, every time people saw you, the way you hit the ball, was devastating. So yes, Murali sir is here. I know you're very happy about that, but that story we have to know. Were you always working your forearms so you could smash the bowlers for some 200 meters?
No, I never use. I can't play with a heavy bat like Sachin. My bat is very light.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So just a toothpick smashing 200 meters. Murali sir and you, in the most beautiful phase of Sri Lankan cricket, you've known this film is you. You're all there. And what I love about how this film is also talked about is the entire time when I remember live cricket, Arjun Anandunga put his hand on your shoulder during the entire chucking controversy, and the whole team came together as one. That entire time, and him, I remember there was a very dejected Murali sir walking on TV. I remember watching that also and saying, what's going on? As a unit, was that perhaps like an incredible family, that entire Sri Lankan team that was dominating the world and fighting also and giving a statement? Those years, tell us about that.
Yeah, I think that that was the incident for us to make, to win the World Cup in 1996. That incident, because in Australia, we went through a bad time, and Murali went through a difficult time, and we were all backing him, including captain. And as a team players, we did much as what we can do. And what we can do is, after we came back to Sri Lanka, we went through a difficult time again. And the World Cup was started. There are some teams didn't turn up. India came with the Pakistan to show the world that Sri Lanka is safe. We always thankful to India for doing that, to come to Sri Lanka. And because of that, we survive our cricket. So it's thank you every time. Our younger generation didn't know sometimes these things what happened in 1996. So when the other teams didn't come, they straight away came from our opening ceremony to Sri Lanka and show the solidarity with the Sri Lankans. So we're thankful to India all the time, what you all did for Sri Lanka cricket. And great man is here with us to inaugurate this Murali's thing. And I'm very happy to be here, and a great human being. And when you share the dressing room, very difficult.
I have to ask you this, Sarat sir.
Very, very difficult dressing room. You can't get out. Again, when you get out and come inside the dressing room, you'll have to put the earplugs.
He
and
screams
hiding.
at you?
Yeah. No chance.
Really? Like
No chance.
angry screaming?
He don't want to lose a game. If somebody is batting well, if somebody is throwing a wicket, if somebody getting out, he will come and say all sort of things. He will do everything to how do you get out, you should not do this, you should do this. He is coaching. He will coach the whole thing till the match finish. If you lose the match, you are finished. If somehow win the match, you're all right.
Wow. The smiling assassin, they say. Sanat sir, one more question to you. Did you ever feel bad when you were hammering all the bowlers? Like that poor fellow's career might be over after your over is over. I want to honestly ask, did you feel bad?
No, you don't feel bad. You just go and play your natural game all the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
So that's all I do.
Yeah. Sachin sir, did you have a plan for him? What was the team meeting for him? Then what about Muralitharan and Sanat sir when they were batting? Was there a special meeting there?
100%. I was just telling him that we were discussing World Cup semi-finals, and that is where we ended up discussing for an hour on him and Kalu.
First out.
And first over, both of them got
Both of them got out. We thought we'd won.
They never got any plans for Arvind and Roshan Mahanam.
Sanat playing against him. I saw him first time in 1990 when he was here with the Sri Lankan team. We played in Chandigarh one test match. He unfortunately got injured and couldn't play that test match. But other than that, like I said, Sanat to have in our dressing room, there were few exhibition games also we played other than IPL. It was nice to have him in our dressing room than the Sri Lankan dressing room.
Yes, you were very hated, sir, as much as you are loved
ये
today.
बैटिंग को भी बॉक्सिंग ग्लव पहन के आता था बाहर.
Okay, I'm going to play a little game with you in just before one last question I ask you. I'm going to play a little game with you all, which is going to jog your memory as well. Murali sir, you know, I think this is the other side we heard about you, which is in the dressing room side. But how you always maintained this, you know, happy exterior? Because cricket also went through a huge change, you know, and you came back with a vengeance after this entire controversy, and you took so many wickets that, you know, there was always Wand versus Murli. Were these things in your head? Were you thinking about these numbers and all? Because after a point in time, it was just the two of you. I think Wasim Akram sir was far back. So it was just the two of you. You'd passed Walsh and you'd passed everybody. Did you all think about it? Because spinners getting these kind of wickets and, you know, you all were dominating the world cricket at that time. Did you think about rivalries?
No, because it's a number only wickets, because it's enjoyment is winning the match, and winning for your country is the most enjoyable thing, and you want to do your part, because it takes own cost, because wickets will come, and see, if you're playing daily and playing, so you take wickets, numbers will come. So just add, if you ask Sachin also, same thing, because he never thought he will get 18,000 or 16,000 when you start the game and the middle of the game. But it's just piled up, because it's just it take cost, because you're enjoying the game. You're just following what he wants to make India win. I wants to make Sri Lanka win. Shane also same. He wants to Australia to win matches and be happy. So it's numbers. And don't forget about Anil also was there,
600
because
later,
he was
yes.
you should not forget him, because
Never.
he's also a great bowler. He got 600 wickets, 660. It's not easy to do that. Yes. So we three were at the same era, same age, little bit 2-3 years here and there. Because I always thought if I play more, I might end up in more wickets, because that's the only case. Not because they are not talented or anything. They are a little bit